everyone, it's Janet Wakeland with Remarkably Created, and we're here to open door number 8 of the Crafter's Advent Box from Stampin Up, available while supplies last. So let's take a quick review of all of the things that we've seen so far. The box contains 12 exclusive items behind 12 doors. In addition to those 12 items, there is this exclusive stamp set. It is a 24-piece photopolymer stamp set with some great versatile greetings and some great versatile, nice, bold images. Everything in the box is designed to be cohesive. Think about Stampin' Up's product suites and how they work together. The Advent Box is essentially an amazing product suite. But because they're Stampin' Up products, they use Stampin' Up colors, Stampin' Up quality, all of that. Of course, they're also going to mix and match with all of the great products in your crafting stash. So we saw the stamp set. That's gift number 13 in addition to the 12 items here. Here was the set of dies that we opened. The 2 dies coordinate with the flowers here. Then we had 20 sheets of Designer Series paper. These are single-sided, but again, use all Stampin' Up colors. Then we had this amazing pack of sequins. It does equal a full-size pack of embellishments that you would get from Stampin' Up. We had these gold foiled label / ephemera of pieces. Then we had a set of 4 stencils along with a brush for those of you who may not have the different tools for inking up your stencil, so you're going to be able to use this to brush on your inks and things like that. So we had a set of 4 stencils. These really sweet embellishments. They are little puffy foam, so they were really fun. And then yesterday we unboxed this, and we will be looking at samples and tips with this set of dies in just a few minutes. But let's go ahead and let's open door number 8 together. So door number 8 is right here. And I'm not previewing these guys. I'm opening them live with you. I'm not sneaking. Oh, yay. I was wondering when we'd get ribbon and trim. So wow, and I love baker's twine. It's so easy and so fun to use. Looks like it's either Flirty Flamingo or Strawberry Slush. And then we have Misty Moonlight from the looks of it. It's going to coordinate again with those papers. So look how pretty that is. And I will measure out how many yards so that we can get an idea. But a lot of you have been asking about the value of this kit, and we are quickly approaching the $99 in value of this kit, and we haven't even opened all of the doors. So let's go ahead and let's look at today's samples and today's tips. So let's bring this back in. If you missed any of the previous videos with their samples and tips for product use from the doors that we've opened and the stamp set, just go ahead up under the media tab and look for the videos, or put video into the search, unboxing into the search, or simply enjoy scrolling and you'll find them all. So one of the things that I personally do in my studio is I do not store my dies with their stamp sets. I keep all of my dies next to my stamp cut and emboss machine because that allows me to more easily see which dies mix and match with other dies and which dies have an element that I want to use a piece from. If I store them inside of my stamp case, I lose that visual ability to really maximize the use of my dies. So for me, I choose to store my dies in their packets beside my stamp cut and emboss. So just a little organizational tip maybe for those of you who find that you're only using the dies with the stamp set they came from. And in addition, I do it that way because Stampin' Up also just sells die sets, okay? And so because I don't want some dies in the stamps and some dies over by the stamp cut and emboss, they all go by the stamp cut and emboss, and that just helps my type of organization. One of the things that I love to check when I get shaped dies especially is what they coordinate with. Do they layer onto other things? So for example, here is an example. This is the perennial postage stamp, and most definitely you're going to find that some of the rectangles are going to layer onto that. Here you can see we've got a square from Stylish Shapes, and you're going to see that they definitely are going to layer together. So you're going to find that these dies are going to layer not only together, as you see here, but then onto other things. Of note, this little one has some stitch lines on it. Let me see if I hold it up. You can see the little difference. The stitch lines are fine, just like all of our stitch lines. So when you're working with them, maybe on some really detailed printed paper, you might not see them, but you'll definitely see them stand out on our foils and on our solid cardstock. So that makes for a great top layer for that piece. The other fun thing about these dies, just like with the perennial postage, is just how well they can work together, okay? So in this case, they end up looking like a sheet of tickets that you would just rip apart right there in the middle. So I just used our fun autumn background stamp, a little bit of that new trim, some leaves, plaid folder, forever plaid, and then hello, just for a fun greeting, but just layering those three on the background. And again, the shapes just allow you to kind of use up those scraps of designer paper. As I've been creating for you, I've definitely generated scraps from that 6x6 paper. And in this case, I was able to pull some, not only scraps for this, but scraps from the video that we did featuring the first set of dies. Hello is from the ephemera. I talked about matching the shape. So in this case, we put this shape, this die cut on top of the square, and just created a beautiful fall. This is actually an anniversary card. My daughter and son-in-law today are celebrating their 10th wedding anniversary. So this is their anniversary card. Beautiful fall wedding. And then just pulling in Halloween. It's the one thing I haven't played with just a little bit. But another fun thing about these dies is how easy it is to wrap twine around them. So I'm so excited to see twine in the box today, knowing that these dies are perfect for creating all kinds of fun looks by wrapping twine, whether you do it in an actual grid, create the spider web as I did here, just create a little bit of a border accent, dies that have little notches such as the perennial postage, and this new set of fun dies that you're going to have with this Advent box really do allow you to create some fun things. So have some fun creating with the new dies, and then tomorrow we'll be playing with the twine, which means you'll probably see the dies again, and we'll open box number 9. Have a great weekend, guys.